Alright, next up on the Amber Galaxy video series, I guess. We have the 2154. Yeah, 2154. This is the Amber Blade model. I got this one from my high school back when I was in high school. I used to do trade deals with the maintenance department, and I'd bring in, newer fans in exchange for the older ones. And this was in the break room at the school, and I seen it in there one time. I asked them, I was like, would y'all ever trade the fan in the break room? And they're like, yeah, sure, bring something else in and you can have it. So I brought in a fan. It was a Lasco Model 2000. And I traded him that for this. And funny thing is, I ended up getting the Lasco 2000 back when I graduated high school. So that fan is now back in my collection. And so is this one. So in a way, I kind of ended up with both of the fans. So that's a good deal in my opinion. But anyway, this one came from my high school. Here's the Amber Blades. And I was really happy to get this fan. This is one of my favorites, because I always really liked the amber. I like the blue ones, but for some reason I like this amber one. Yeah. It's a 2-speed, low and high. It's a Galaxy. I do use it occasionally. It's one of those fans I keep for the in-use pile, if you will. It's a interesting thing is I had to replace the whole oscillator box on this fan, because when I got it, it did not have it. Like, whoever had this fan before me, which was the school obviously, had obviously taken this apart and took out the whole oscillator box, so all it did was flop back and forth. So I had to get a whole nother oscillator box for it, because the one it had was missing in action. And what sucked is the one that I took out had good bearings. The one in here has kind of iffy bearings, but I'd rather it be all complete than, not be missing a bunch of parts. But yeah, there's the back of it. Here's the bottom. Here's the sticker on the bottom. It says Type 9 Style NC. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 80 or 0.80 amps. UL approved. That was a sticker that said something. That was the teacher who had it originally before it ended up in the maintenance department. And there's the date stamp, if it'll focus on it, which it will not. There you go. From what I was told by a Esky Wolf, this is about, I believe, an 86 model. I can't remember for sure though, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was an 85. I don't know, it was mid-late 80s-ish, because it still has the spinner nut instead of the push-on blade, but it has the brown or silver on brown logo instead of the brown on silver logo like some of these had. Something about the logo and it having the spinner nut makes it like an 86 or so model. Maybe 87. But anyway, we're on the kilowatt meter. Apparently we're drawing 119 volts out here, which is interesting. And here's high. The fan actually runs really well. It has a bit of a rattle. but nothing horrible. It's moving pretty good air. This actually will, like, I can put it across the room from where my bed is and have it going and feel the air from across the room. It's a pretty good little fan. But anyway, on high we're drawing 0.82 amps. Slightly drawing over, but not by much. And 49.8 watts. It's going down, so I'd imagine that's going to go down. Usually that's how that works. If a fan hasn't been ran in a while. But that's high. We'll go to low. I mean, you can kind of hear it has a little bit of that bearing rattle that these are known for. But it's not horrible. Now originally, when it had the original bearing on the back, which I believe I still have somewhere around here, it actually ran really smooth, which I was surprised. So I'm guessing the maintenance department did keep it oiled, I would guess. Yeah, there's low speed. And on low we're drawing 0.52 amps and 36.6 watts. And we'll turn on the oscillations. It actually oscillates really well. We'll go back to high. Now, the rattle is more noticeable when it's oscillating. But when you turn it off oscillation, it's not as noticeable. Which is fine with me because I rarely use the oscillation, but the option to have it is nice to have. So that's why I put it back on the fan. Anyway, OFF spells off. It's pretty good coast down. So that will probably conclude the Amber Galaxy Lasco series. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.